Welcome to the World Register Report. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting of people, places, and events. Commentaries are also provided on selected stories from time to time. The Associated Press reports today the 89th Academy Awards overflowed with attacks against U.S. President Donald Trump and showed a racially charged atmosphere, along with an awards fumble at the end of the event. Asghar Farhadi, an Iranian film director whose film The Salesman won Best Foreign Film, stated in a letter read by Iranian astronaut Anasheh Ansari that, quote, "My absence is out of respect for the people of my country and those of 6 other nations who have been disrespected by the inhumane law that bans entry of immigrants to the U.S." The report from AP did not specify why the director felt 6 nations have been disrespected or why a law was inhumane. The U.S. has not had diplomatic relations with Iran since the 1979 revolution that held U.S. citizens hostage for 444 days. The anniversary of the revolution was recently celebrated, and photos showed Iranian children with balloons walking hand in hand with adults as they trampled over pictures of U.S. President Donald Trump and the U.S. flag. Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences President Cheryl Boone Isaacs said, quote, "Tonight is proof that art has no borders, no single language, and does not belong to a single faith." As reported by the AP, this was a reference as to why she felt the awards ceremony was improved over previous years, since the Academy was made up of mostly older white males. The report did not specify why the reference by Boone was made against older white males. Awards host Jimmy Kimmel stated, quote, "Remember last year when it seemed like the Oscars were racist?" Unquote. The AP report did not specify why Jimmy made that statement or how the Oscars were viewed as racist. The award for Best Picture went to Moonlight, after a fiasco when the award was mistakenly given to movie La La Land. Moonlight is a movie directed by Barry Jenkins based on the play In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue. Moonlight grossed only $22 million at the theaters, standing in stark contrast to the top films of 2016, each earning hundreds of millions of dollars. In another report by the Associated Press today, U.S. President Donald Trump will increase the defense budget by $54 billion, according to unnamed White House budget officials speaking on condition of anonymity. Actual U.S. domestic operating budgets for agencies will be submitted to Congress next month. During the presidential race of 2016, President Trump stated that he would build up the U.S. military. Proposals for the 2018 budget are being sent to agencies for the review before they take effect on October 1st. During a speech on Friday, President Trump said increased spending would enable the U.S. military to have one of the greatest buildups in American history. President Trump went on to say that, quote, "We will be substantially upgrading all of our military, offensive, defensive, everything, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. Although the increase in defense spending will cause a reduction in funds for domestic programs and foreign aid," Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has stated there would be no cuts to Social Security or Medicare. As reported by Reuters news agency, supporters of U.S. President Donald Trump are holding nationwide rallies. The report states the rallies are partially a rebuttal to anti-Trump protests that have become a frequent occurrence, particularly due to a crackdown on what they say is immigration. The report fails to show what specific crackdown on immigration the protesters are referring to, but goes on to state among the biggest protests was a January 21st Women's March on Washington. Another facet in the report states that the rallies held during the presidential campaign were raucous, but failed to state how the noises made at the rallies were disturbing and to whom they were disturbing to. That's it for today. Make sure that you do check out those links below from those news sites, and as always, subscribe, like, and comment below.